Welcome to Recently Logged, where we still need more Henry Cavill. Hi guys.
Hello.
Today we're
Welcome to Recently
What
are we doing?
Looking at Enola Holmes.
Enola Holmes. I always think of Enolis,
Anolis.
which are very cute, and I would rate on the average higher than Enola Holmes.
Yes.
You know, if I was rating animal.
What about, is it cuter than a hedgehog though? Because they're similar in family to hedgehogs.
Anolis. I thought Anolis were lizards.
Oh,
You're thinking of echidnas, Micah.
I'm thinking of echidnas. I'm
Anolis,
stupid.
the little lizards.
Yeah, no.
With the little fanable
That's
necks.
because the Anoles, they're a common lizard in Florida.
Oh, right, they're the green ones.
Anoles can change their color from brown to green depending on the time of year, and they're very common in Florida. And you can also, I think, buy them at your local PetSmart.
Yeah, I would rate Anoles probably 7 out of 10.
I think I would rate Anoles a 6 out of 10.
6.
Yeah.
I don't
They're
think
too common in Florida. You,
right.
you turn around and you see like 20 of them.
Turn around.
Every now and then.
Every now and then I step on a lizard.
All right. Anyway, we're doing horrible right now.
Okay. Let's get into the basic facts
Wowza.
for Enola Holmes.
All right.
The 2020 masterpiece.
Enola Holmes is a 2020 masterpiece.
Oh no. Wow.
Enola Holmes is a 2020 movie. It's PG-13. It's 123 minutes, which is 123 minutes too long.
Wow. Whoa. Okay now. That's a little harsh.
It's got Millie Bobby Brown, Henry Cavill, Sam Claflin, Helena Bonham Carter, and whoever that kid is.
Whoa.
It's directed by
Dollar Tree Timothy Chalamet.
Exactly, Dollar Tree Timothy Chalamet.
Yikes.
It's directed by Harry Bradbeer, and the screenplay was written by Jack Thorne.
Was this his first movie? Harry?
No.
Harry. My boy Harry, Micah.
Harry.
I feel like I've seen his name on something.
Hold up. I'll tell you in a couple seconds.
Fleabag? Question mark?
Fleabag?
Yeah. Fleabag.
I don't think so.
Yeah?
I don't think so.
Fleabag? Fleabag?
I think you're wrong.
No? Fleabag.
Fleabag? No.
Yes. He directed a couple episodes of Fleabag. That's why.
Wow, okay.
And he directed this. I guess the fourth wall breaks make a little more sense.
Let's see what he directed. He directed an episode of Raimi. Directed 11 episodes of Fleabag.
Yeah, that would make sense.
2 episodes of Killing Eve.
Well, there you go. Maybe that's why they chose to do fourth wall breaks in this. Because that's one of Fleabag's shticks.
No. They chose to do fourth wall breaks because they had lazy writing and couldn't think of any way better to endure you to the characters. Or
supposedly,
Fleabag's
fourth wall breaks are very good, though. I've never similar to The West Wing, but I've never seen either. So
anyway, yeah.
But yeah, there's the info. We desperately wanted to get another 2020 film on our 2020 ranked list.
Right, I'm up to like 17 now, and I'm
only at 12.
5 of them are good.
There are 12 months in the year, and I have 12 films on my list.
Yikes.
That are 2020 releases.
Hey, just don't watch any other 2020 released movies, and you'll have a film a month.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well,
basic thought time.
Basic thoughts, baby.
Yes.
Wow.
Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first.
Okay, go.
Since I have a bit more positive outlook on things, Micah.
Wow, you're so positive.
Wow. Well, you seem to actively hate this movie.
I only slightly actively hate the movie.
Well, how to summarize? I thought it was pretty fine overall, just pretty all right. I think that's not a too wild of a claim. It suffers a lot from a really poorly structured screenplay.
Very poorly structured.
And it's just way too long. It has such a mediocre mystery, quote unquote.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
That's part of the structure.
Yeah,
though. So, they have to explain some of this, even though this is basic thoughts. They have this. They present it as a mystery, about her mother disappearing.
Yes.
and her probably escaping everybody's societal convention to go find her mother.
This movie doesn't really focus on it much,
But,
though,
like,
even though that's supposed to be the
there's-
central mystery.
There's so much going on, like, everywhere. And then, like, they also have, like, the bomb thing, but that goes nowhere.
The bombs!
That goes absolutely nowhere.
They dedicate a solid, like, 8 minutes to the bombs. And then they just never do anything
Like,
with
just
it.
so much of this movie is just wandering around the plot.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, the first hour went by, I'm like, okay, yeah, well, like,
Yeah, no, the beginning of this
here
movie,
we go.
I don't think it's good, but
Hey,
it's, you know,
ho,
decent.
let's go. That sort of thing. And then it just kept going at that same sort of pace, and it was not very engaging, to say the least.
Yeah.
I think it what else to mention? The editing is very rough. I'm sorry. It's
Was it Bohemian Rhapsody bad?
I don't know, I've never seen Bohemian Rhapsody.
I don't know. I've only seen one scene from Bohemian Rhapsody, and it was worse than this.
It just every time it cut, I like kind of visibly cringed because I'm like, you should have cut like a second sooner, or a second later, that sort of thing.
After we're done with this podcast, I'm showing you that Bohemian Rhapsody.
It has
scene.
like no. It had like no sense of like a rhythm to it. Editing is supposed to have sort of a heart and soul like beating through the movie.
Yeah,
it should have some sort of rhythm to it.
Should have a rhythm. Dialogue should have a rhythm.
Yeah,
story structure should have a rhythm.
This thing felt kind of like how to put it, a poorly rehearsed stage play kind of thing. If I had to put the editing in some way, which doesn't make much sense because stage plays you don't edit, but it feels under rehearsed, I think I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that all?
But that might be due to some of the 2020 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Anything else to mention? I think the fourth wall breaks don't work nearly as well as they should.
Trash.
Oh my god. I don't think they work nearly as well as they should. But I don't know.
No, they shouldn't work well.
It seems
in
very
the context of the movie.
It seems very obsessed with trying to make a style for itself, but it doesn't really do anything that would make it like
okay.
make it endearing
Okay,
to
so
you.
you know these movies
weird.
that you watch that are very quirky and they have a style.
So
They're very
quirky.
stylized. They like and they commit to this stylization. It's in every aspect of the film, and it works well. This was trying to do that, but failed miserably.
It tried a style, but then it didn't know what it wanted its style to be.
It didn't know what it wanted its style to be.
It didn't have like
and it didn't
defining,
and it didn't commit to that.
Yeah, I was about to say it's weird. It feels like a half-baked movie that I might have liked a little more. I don't know.
But the fourth wall breaks are just awful.
I imagine me coming across this movie when I was like 6 or something, like 5 or 6. Bro, I would have loved this. I would have loved it.
Wow. Okay, well that's...
I really would have.
Okay. Well, anyway, my basic thoughts on this. I agree with Robbie for the most part on everything.
We got the squeaky chair.
We do have the squeaky chair.
Stop squeaking it.
If I move, I squeak.
Well, don't move.
I agree with Robbie for the most part on this movie, but I kind of hate it because of I'm the kind of...
Yeah, disclaimer, I have a lot of problems with it. I don't actively hate it.
I'm kind of the person who sees writing like this and can't stand it. Like, the dialogue I thought was pretty awful 90% of the movie. I thought the writing was laughable most of the time and boring at the same time. On the surface, no, it's just pretty mediocre all around.
Bro, the way they dealt with introducing her mom and setting up her mom.
But yeah, I think arguably the worst part is what the style, like the stylization they're trying to go for. Like, it takes a lot for a fourth wall break to actually work in movie. And this had nothing to make them work. They were so off-putting, so like, why are these here?
You could argue one could make the argument that they were trying to go for they were trying to make her feel more removed from her world than she already was, like that, because that was kind of the whole point. Was she was I don't know.
Yeah, but that just removes her from any like semblance of anything.
I know. I'm just saying you can make an argument for that, which I think that's really the only aspect that it does work in.
I think honestly,
well, not aspect. Context.
I think honestly, I like Millie Bobby Brown, but honestly, the only aspect of this film I liked was Henry Cavill.
Millie Bobby Brown gave a pretty.
I didn't like her character.
Pretty charming performance.
I'm fine with her performance. I didn't like her character.
That's the thing. I'm so sad when I see an actor I like give like an all right performance or a pretty good performance, but the script is just really, really. Mediocre.
Like I like Millie Bobby Brown, but I did not like her character in this.
Bro, she's worse in Godzilla King of Monsters.
That's true.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, honestly, the only part I actively liked about this was Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, smartest man alive.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, like just everything about it is just. It just annoys me. Like it grates my nerves of movie making.
Just rubs you the wrong way.
Yeah.
I thought. See, it doesn't irritate me. I just am kind of sad that it's not better.
Like yeah, I'm sad that it's not better. But like the stylization, the dialogue, the editing, like the characters, the actors.
The editing just makes it so unengaging to watch. It's well, a lot of things make it unengaging, but we'll get to that later.
So like an example of this, we went on Netflix and we opened it up and it played the little preview thing that Netflix does. And it plays this clip.
That scene is so boring.
And I was like, okay, this scene is awful, but maybe it's better with context. Like maybe it's funny.
Maybe it's hilarious.
In the context of the film.
Maybe they're giving us pauses so we can laugh.
Maybe they've maybe they've set this up. Maybe this is about to be hilarious.
It's about to be the funniest thing I've ever seen.
And then we went in. There was no setup to this scene. It was just there, and it was horrible.
Yeah, the platform scene is bad.
It's really bad.
It's okay. Well, we've covered our basic thoughts.
Yes.
If we had to summarize,
I rated it 2.5. I wish I could have rated it lower, but honestly, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's mediocre.
Like it's like if I was rating it based on how much I liked it.
If I was rating it based,
it would be a half star.
It'd probably be like a star.
Yeah.
It just grates my nerves to watch it. The dialogue. Ooh, the dialogue. Ooh. Like I really like good dialogue in movies, and I really hate bad dialogue.
Wow. I hate it.
But yeah.
All right.
What do we want to do? Do we want to go into questions?
Yeah, we want to go into questions.
Did good old recently logged on Instagram get any questions?
Oh, dude, I didn't even check.
Wow.
Shoot, dog. We're gonna have to check. But I did have a question first.
Okay.
What did you think of finally having a gamer as Sherlock Holmes?
I think a gamer as Sherlock Holmes is the only Sherlock Holmes. Like, we thought Benedict Cumberbatch was good. We were like, yeah, he's fine. Who doesn't like him? But no. Henry Cavill.
But no. Henry Cavill. Mike's like, but consider Henry Cavill. Okay. That was it?
Yeah, that was
okay, I asked it more. It was a joke anyway. The Henry Cavill gaming meme is a 10 of 10 meme, though.
Well, Henry Cavill gaming is 10 of 10 life experience.
I see. Well, what else? Oh, by the way, guys, we did not get any interactions on our Instagram for questions. This
is your guys' fault.
We are plugging our Instagram right now.
We're not plugging. We're blaming.
We're blaming. No, I'm saying go follow us on Instagram, and if you ever have any questions about that you would want us to answer anyway about movies that we cover, you can ask them on there.
Or you could tweet at us at Recently Logged on Twitter.
I mean, you could do that. It's dang it! I had a good question, Micah.
Well,
do you have one?
I mean, I have like the normal one.
Okay, Sure.
What's your favorite scene or sequence?
Dang it! I think of that really dreadful opening sequence with.
Oof.
Okay, so the house thing.
The tennis, Robbie.
Favorite scene. We're focusing on what we like.
Robbie, Robbie, where's your hat and gloves? Is that your favorite scene?
No. Safe to say it was not. Dang it, I was gonna go with the final fight thing. Final action set piece, if you will.
Wait, which final? Like the grandma?
Yes. But that scene goes on way longer than it should.
That wasn't a good scene, in my opinion.
Oh, even more bad editing. Killing a scene. Favorite scene.
Are there any good scenes?
Well, surely you have a favorite scene, right?
Yes. I have one. So
before you say it, why do you hate women, Mike?
I'm sorry. I need to go watch Little Women again.
You need to go watch Little Women again.
Sorry, Greta Gerwig.
Sorry, Greta Gerwig.
Anyway,
just wear a T-shirt that says "Sorry, Greta."
Sorry, Greta Gerwig. Anyway, my favorite scene is that one where Henry Cavill, he goes to the police and they're like, he explains who was who at the end, and then he's walking down the hallway to leave.
This is the only time I laughed out.
And he says, "Ha." He goes, "Ha. Ha." And it's hilarious.
It really is. I laughed, bro. I had to laugh.
We had to laugh. It was hilarious. That was my favorite scene.
You got the whole class laughing.
Exactly.
That was your favorite scene?
That was my favorite scene, legitimately. Wow. I can't think of a scene I liked more.
Gosh. I think, okay, so guys, here's what is happening in my mind. I think of a scene that I was like, oh yeah, that was, I like that in concept, and then I just remember how poorly edited it was.
Or just how poorly executed in general.
It just... because it's not like there's nothing redeemable about the story. Like, there's elements of it that could very easily work well. It's just very poorly executed.
Yeah, it's like 90% of the time. Everything about the movie is poorly executed, so you have a decent concept there.
Because, like, the storyline, the actual plot of the movie...
if it wasn't so discombobulated in movie...
Yeah.
...is decent.
It's fine, yeah. Like, well, sure. Yeah. And it should be a pretty emotional story,
I mean,
too.
besides the mom.
Okay, the mom, it
doesn't make any sense.
It's meant to be the emotional anchor of the movie, and it doesn't work at all. But
well, they don't do anything. They do, and then she comes, and then
okay. But yeah, I think of a scene. I remember how mediocre it is most of the time, and then I'm like, wow. Well, I can't really pick that as my favorite.
You're like,
scene.
wow, the scene on the train. Oh wait, the scene on the train was trash.
I kind of like the little closing montage thing. It's pretty fun.
What was the closing montage?
Right after the whole, I'm counting, the newspaper thing and, the main courtyard thing.
That was a fun scene.
Yeah, exactly. That was a fun little montage thing.
With the pine cone.
Exactly.
That was fun.
It was a fun scene.
I mean, I don't think emotionally it was like a build, like a payoff.
What are you thinking of? Wait, when she first unwraps the newspaper?
No, I'm talking about the courtyard.
Oh, well,
with the pine cone.
It wasn't supposed to be emotional, was it?
I don't know. It felt like it should have been like a payoff to something, but I don't know. It was just a fun scene. It didn't really seem payoff-y.
Well, it was paying off that
Holmes.
Yeah, I was about to say it's establishing whatever her face is.
Just wait till we get.
I still can't remember how to pronounce her name. I'm killing myself.
Enola.
Yes.
Just wait till we get the sequel to this baby.
Enola. It's paying off that Enola is finally a Holmes.
No, just wait till we get the sequel to this baby. You know it's coming. You know Netflix was sitting there in the studio like, hey, work on these things. These things
what?
That just would work better in a sequel.
Do we want to?
And cancel Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance season 2. Why don't
you? We need to do Dark Crystal on here sometime.
Yeah, once we get through all like 50 hours of it.
But how to phrase this as a question so I'm not just like, hey, let's talk about this.
Yes.
What did you think of the mother character on a whole? Like her inclusion in the script. Could they have chosen a different mystery to center this around?
Okay, well,
sort of
here's
thing.
the thing. The movie, as much as it wants to be centered around the mother, is not.
It's not. 90% of its
slightest.
runtime is not concerned with her at all.
Like, she is a plot device at best. Like, she just gets the story going. Like, that's all she's there to do.
It's...
Because the story that's there, it could have been different. She could have been the main mystery of the thing. But she wasn't. It's like they did all the stuff with like the secret meetings and the locations.
Okay, see that I was fine with that. It was a little boring.
Well, no, that could have been fine if they did something with it.
Yeah.
She finds the bombs, and then that's it.
I was about to say she finds the feminism bombs, and then they just don't go anyway.
And then she blows them up. I think. She blows up the entire place, which I didn't understand because Sherlock then said he came to the place later and found the stuff. Was everything not exploding when she ran away?
No, the fireworks went off, not necessarily.
No,
the
she lit
bombs.
the room on fire.
Well, I don't know.
There was kegs of gunpowder in that room.
I don't know. But what just really irritates me, because you could keep a lot of the film mostly the same. It irritates me that they dedicated as much time as they did to whatever his face was, the
Duke of Weaseltown.
Yeah, what was he? I don't even remember what his name is.
I don't know. She always called him that stupid title, so you don't even remember what his name is. That's how memorable of a character this man is.
But it just really annoyed me that they focused on his mystery as much as they did, which wasn't even a mystery really. I don't know.
Like any idiot could have figured that out.
I wish they.
I don't know. So yeah, for the context for people who may have not watched this, they present it at the beginning as Enola is living with her mother alone. Everybody else, her father has died, her brothers have left. They're living by themselves. They're happy, but they live a very unconventional life in that society.
Yes.
And then the mom disappears one day, and that is what brings Mycroft and Sherlock
I wish we could have spent like 5 more minutes with her mom, not in a montage.
I wish they would have done and you think, okay, so the story is going to revolve around the mystery of the mom.
Because that's what catalyzes Sherlock and Mycroft coming.
That's what propels the story.
Yes,
that is the inciting incident of the movie. And then like it seems like that. Then like she runs away because Mycroft is gonna send her to the finishing school, and she wants to be able to figure out where her mom went. Fair enough. This is fine. Yeah. We're going good.
Cool.
I didn't like the filmmaking to this point, but the plot has been fine. Then she gets on this train and she just sees mysterious happenings. And then she just so happens to go into the one compartment that this kid, this annoying long-haired weirdo who likes his mushrooms a little too much
What?
is hiding in a bag. And then
Farmer Brown's mushrooms.
Shenanigans ensue on the train.
Which is fine. Fun and games.
It's still been fine. But this is where the problems start. Because then it splits off. And you think, oh, the mystery of this kid and the mom, like any good Sherlock story,
are connected.
Are connected.
Somehow.
It's gonna weave together. It's gonna come together.
We'll
in
have
the end.
some reason to care about this mystery.
So then, like I'm fine with that, and then we go off and we do various things, and Enola trying to figure out, and it's not well done. Don't get me wrong. This is not well structured at all. But she goes off. She tries to figure out where her mom is, figure out the mystery with this kid, and just figure out life. All happening at once. Very poorly done.
Yeah.
And then it all comes together with Lord Tewksbury or whatever. This kid. And like that all comes together. She solves the mystery. And then, like, during this, she finds, like, mystery elements from her mom, like secret society mystery, seemingly coded things, ribbons, like all sorts of things that lead to this path, and then other things that are leading to this path. And you're like, oh, how are they going to connect? How is it going to come together?
How's it going to happen?
And they seem to. Like, they have the relationship of wanting to both pass the bill. And it both has to do with that.
Yes.
But then Enola lights the room on fire or whatever, leaves, and we never do anything with the bombs again. Then Lord Tewksbury's mystery finishes. And then they're like, well, Enola's on her own now. What are we gonna do? And then she goes back to her apartment, and her mom is standing there. The end.
Yeah, it's weird. I want them to rewrite the script.
Right?
Please restructure this movie.
And please rewrite the whole mystery.
Yeah, no, it's hard to explain.
Because I'm not sure a restructure could even fix like the major problems with the story itself, which is the fact that they just ditch half the story and it doesn't work.
It's weird that it's weird that they give as much screen time as they do to Tewksbury.
Right? Like it's so weird because they start off setting up everything with the mom. They even set up like some of the secret society-esque things in the beginning.
I think he would work best as like a reoccurring side friend character rather than like the thing she's going for,
like somebody she comes to for like help here
exactly like someone she comes across like every once in a while and
convenient times.
Exactly. I think that would have worked a heck of a lot better than her actively pursuing his case.
Yeah,
just because you're like, okay, but like your mom is missing though.
I was like, is this what you care about? Is it why? And then she had like this whole like realization, like monologue to us when she went to decide to take on his case. Something about like this lamb on a cliff. And she's like, oh, I almost died. And then...
What? Micah? Your argument is almost as poorly structured as the movie.
No, I'm not making an argument yet. I'm saying how weird this was. She has like this monologue
that was weird.
With like this like weirdly artsly filmed shot of a cliff.
Okay, hold on. There are multiple instances of her like recounting lessons learned from her mom that we never saw. And we're like, I wish they would have just taken a bigger portion of the script, not necessarily a bigger portion of the runtime, to actually set up who the heck the mom is.
Okay, so like here's how I would have structured this. Like first maybe 20 minutes.
Have her living with her mom. Show these lessons that she's learning.
Exactly. Get all of this. Establish that she misses her, like the fact that her brothers aren't in her life.
So we don't have to keep flashing back every single time she makes the decision that was influenced by how she was taught.
And we get endured to the mother character a little bit more, because with just a montage showing us our only mother interaction, we're just like, who cares?
That was one of the most... Okay, that was the only time I was like actively annoyed during this movie, was they kept stuffing like flashbacks down our throats every 5 minutes.
And you're supposed to care about Helena Bonham Carter, but do we?
Yes, I do.
No. Well, I'm
a big enough Tim Burton fan.
I mean, I like Helena Bonham Carter, but I was more saying her character.
Wow.
But we don't. And okay, so like you do that. You take like maybe 20 minutes to set up all of this. She goes missing.
Oh, that would work so much. Just keep the rest of it the same, and it would work so much better already. You even set up
Sherlock more and his mysteries and everything. And like I said, her wanting to like missing the fact that no other family was in her life and nobody else, because that was part of the story that was there, and like the subtext, if you will. A lot of it was about like how she was like, oh, I don't need anybody, I don't need friends, I have myself, when she really needed friends.
I was about to say.
So like then you either completely rewrite Tewksbury or you cut him out.
You cut him.
Make that choice.
He's gone.
Make that choice in the writing room. Cut him or rewrite him. And then focus mystery mother, Sherlock, mystery, dodging, weaving, outsmarting.
And like I said,
movie.
I think I would like it a lot more, even if they kept the same kind of mediocre to bad editing.
Yeah, like just fixing that, in the structure, like even adding that setup.
I was about to say, just adding like 15 minutes to this movie would have made it better.
Like there are a lot of problems with the structure of this movie, and a lot of things that could have been rewritten, but so much would be helped just if you changed the beginning.
You would actually care about her mom.
Heck, you might actually care about her. Honestly, I thought she was super annoying by the opening montage.
Really? I don't know about annoying.
No, I really didn't like her character at all. Like, I thought the character was, like, annoying throughout the entire thing, essentially.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Micah.
Like, and I like Millie Bobby Brown. I was like, what is this?
What is happening? How could this have happened?
And I don't know, man, like... her dialogue was I don't know.
You know what this feels like, Micah?
What does this feel like?
This feels like okay, bear with me. This is kind of a long analogy. It feels like a film student who wrote this screenplay like this was like their second screenplay or something. Mm-hmm. And they got super attached to it.
Yeah.
Like the let's say fifth draft or something. This feels like a fifth draft. They got like super attached to it the way it was, and then got it picked up by Netflix. And they were like, okay, I'm finally getting to make my movie. And they had a bunch of like great ideas for how it was going to be stylized, how it was going to feel.
It does feel film student stylized.
And they just got too attached to the flaws in the script. They were like, no, I like the script the way it is. That it feels like that. I'm not saying that's what happened.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it has that feeling of like they didn't want to cut this because someone got like there's no logical reason not to change it. Exactly.
They liked it so much that they didn't. I don't know if that's how it went.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It does feel like that.
That's how it feels. It feels like when I make something and I'm like, no, I really like this. I don't want to get rid of it. And then someone's like, bro, this sucks.
But yeah, like the stylization does feel like almost film student, and it's developed under.
It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel
no
like there's a purpose for it.
Yeah. So you have these like fourth wall and like an example of a good fourth wall break, if you will.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Everybody.
He uses it so well.
It works so nice because Ferris Bueller is not just telling you what is happening. He's not just looking at the screen, winking, saying,
here's
I'm about to do this.
I'm about to ditch school. Here we go, kids. Buckle in.
He uses it to help endure you to Ferris and his mischievous ways, and to B, help tell the story in a way that's interesting.
Yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is so good.
It does. Fourth wall breaks are extremely hard to pull off.
Oh, yes, they are.
In a way that doesn't seem just lazy.
Because there's the suspension of disbelief while watching a movie is shattered when you do a fourth wall break, because you're literally talking directly to the audience.
So honestly, the way I feel about it, your fourth wall break has to be just like as stylized as the movie,
and it has to make sense in your universe. Like Ferris Bueller, of course he would be able to talk to the audience.
Yeah, he's like a high schooler. He does what he wants. That's just within his character.
Exactly.
But like Enola, it doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. It's weird. I wish they would have gone all in and be like, she's telling you the story. Like think Titanic or something.
Yeah, like
weird example.
Titanic would work like that. Yeah, I get that.
But like, I think
not.
Yeah,
this isn't a retrospective look back at the story. This is like as the story is happening, she's winking at you and saying things.
Yeah, it doesn't work well. I think it tries too hard for as a review I read earlier, which I will link in the description because it pretty much summarizes my thoughts.
It's a good
this.
summarization of the thoughts.
They lean way too much into the trying for postmodernism film, which is kind of like the MCU era would probably be the easiest way to define that.
Like very... I don't know how you would describe postmodernism filmmaking.
But postmodernism is serious, like the serious films of like the what era is that? Like think like early 2000s serious dramas kind of thing.
Like some Fincher films.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like,
postmodernism is the subversion of that, which it does not work well on. The literal winking at the camera.
Yeah, think MCU, think Shazam.
Yeah, stuff like that. Which some MCU movies do that really well. This does not do it very well. It's rough. I'm sorry. I feel bad for it, honestly. Because I want to like it. It has a cast I love.
I wanted to like it. I saw Henry Cavill and I saw Millie Bobby Brown and I was like,
heck yeah, bro.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Like, I was honestly really excited for this. And man, I saw that little clip on Netflix and I was like, oh no.
Honestly, I think it's just me wanting to be an editor. This movie is just especially painful for me.
And I think me wanting to be a writer, this movie is especially painful for me.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's enjoyable. If you enjoy this sort of thing, like, if you're into the cottage aesthetic, then give this a watch.
Like overall, if we're looking at this from an overall perspective, as much as specific things really we have rated my nerves.
Yeah, I was about to say, as much as we have been like, oh, I really disliked this one thing.
It wasn't actually that bad to watch.
It's not. It's watchable.
It's watchable. I probably wouldn't ever rewatch it.
I think I would give it a rewatch someday, probably.
But it's watchable.
Yeah, it's watchable.
Like, this isn't one that I'm going to be like, oh, that was so horrible, I couldn't even make it through it.
Mars Attack.
Like Mars Attack. Mars Attack wasn't watchable.
Completely unrelated movie, but it's almost unwatchable, bro. That movie is painful.
But like this has problems, but I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's got so much there that's decent.
Exactly.
And so much there that's not, that it just falls into this like annoying ball of almost good.
Yeah, I would, if it would have just been like a hair better, I would have been like, yeah, I loved this movie.
I honestly probably would have liked it more if it was either a little better or a little worse.
You know what I'd like to see, Micah? You know what we'd love to see?
What?
We'd love to see an Enola Holmes like series rather than a movie.
Originally I thought it was going to be a series. Like, I feel
like that would work a lot better.
When I first heard it announced, I was like, oh, they're making a series. But then I don't know when I saw that.
Bro, that would be super cool, actually.
But like, yeah,
do it.
Then you could actually,
you
could actually take in the hypothetical series. Then you could actually take the plot of the mother and not put it super in the forefront and stretch it over a TV show.
That would be nice. This is a mini series or something.
Yeah,
could have worked.
That could work better.
Just a side thought, not a critique of this movie.
Yeah, no, that's not a critique. That's just like it could have been better.
We would have loved to see it, Micah.
We would have. Imagine Henry Cavill in a series other than The Witcher.
Other than The Witcher.
Because I was about to say in a series, but then he was in The Witcher.
He's in The Witcher. I feel like he's been in something else.
Yeah,
too.
He probably has been.
But not much. He hasn't been in much.
I think that's about all.
Overall, Closing thoughts. Here we go.
It's fine.
Yeah. Conclusion.
I don't like it.
I hope you like it.
But yeah, if you like it,
I hope you, the listener, enjoy this.
If you like it, that's fine. I hate it.
Hate it.
I don't hate it that much.
Micah's like, I hope you like it. I hate it.
Like there are movies that I hate, I despise, I would never watch again. I gave half star.
Oof.
But this is not that.
Yeah.
I just moderately hate it.
Oh, I want the little pinecone dog.
The pinecone dog is adorable.
He's so cute.
He is cute. Did you see his little face?
Yeah, I know. I was like, wow, that's a really detailed face for a pinecone dog that you made when you were 6.
Well, she's sharper than the Sharpies.
She's
Robbie.
smarter than the average bear.
He's smarter than the average bear.
Wow. But yeah, closing, it's fine. Go watch it. Form your own opinion. If you like it, good.
Are you Karsten now?
Am I Karsten Rehnquist? Maybe. Is that really a bad thing, Micah?
No.
There you go.
But yeah, no, it's a 2.5 star
fine.
movie.
Yeah, I was about to say it lands right on the 2.5. But yeah.
All right.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, do we wanna move on to what we watched?
Gotta move on. Do.
You know, I like the new Letterboxd feature where they show what reviews you like.
Before we jump into that, a word from our sponsor.
That was quite the
We're
word.
back.
That was quite the word.
It was quite the word. But yeah, Anchor has chosen to sponsor us this week. So
yeah, and they're pretty great.
They're pretty good. Yeah, I was about to say I may have read off of a script for that ad.
I would suggest Anchor to anybody doing a podcast.
I would wholeheartedly,
legitimately.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, in daily life, I have recommended Anchor to so many people.
When was the Mission Impossible 2? Okay.
MI2.
Okay.
MI2.
So the 21st is where we're starting.
Alrighty. Cool. Oh, wait a minute. I watched something before your first thing. Okay, so anyway, 21st.
Okay, anyway, let's explain what we're doing before we're just like, let's move on to the next thing.
Let's move on.
So we're going to go over our diaries on Letterboxd, which you can follow us somewhere on Letterboxd.
So basically just any time we watch a film, we log it in here.
We log it, hence recently logged, and we're just going to give brief thoughts and our ratings.
Yeah, on the 21st, I watched Foreign Correspondent for the first time. It was one of the few Hitchcock films I have left that I hadn't seen.
How was it?
You know, I'm a Hitchcock fan. This lands in the mid to low tier Hitchcock, honestly. It's fine, but it's not great.
Yeah.
So
what do you think you would have rated it if you?
If I would have rated it, I probably would have given it like 3 stars. Yeah, probably 3. 3. It seems like a 3.
Fair enough. The next we watched, we watched Police Story. I see
this as an absolute win. Police Story
with Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan,
and this
was
my first Jackie Chan movie, and this was actually way better than I thought it was going to be.
I don't know why you were like so down on like not watching this.
I don't know. It just didn't look that interesting.
It's got some really well directed stuff. Like it was really well directed.
I don't think it was perfect by any means.
No.
It had some pacing
problems.
It
had some problems.
But it was really fun.
It was really funny too.
It was funny. It was fun. The action scenes, man.
We love
Jackie
to see it.
Chan and anybody else who worked on the choreography. They're madmen.
We love to see it, my dude.
That's insane
it's
choreography.
So good.
I gave it 4 stars.
Yeah, I probably would have given it a solid 4. A very solid 4.
Then what did we watch, Robbie?
I watched Jetsons.
Oh
the
boy.
Movie. Came out in 1990.
Sure, I'm glad I didn't.
And this was a musical for some reason, and it really, really sucked. I like the Jetsons. Don't get me wrong. I actually really like the show.
I like the Jetsons.
That was
too.
one of the few Hanna-Barbera shows that I actually like actively wanted to watch as a kid. And I did not like this. So yeah, it's bad. The musical numbers are bad. The soundtrack is just the soundtrack for no reason. And the plot is really awful too. Don't watch it. It's boring.
Robbie,
it's really boring.
But Robbie, if the species goes and works with the company instead of for the company, then everything is okay.
It's all fine then. What if they don't want to work? Well,
too bad. They have the precious tritium.
Then what did we see, Micah?
Then we watched this certain bear, and he's
smarter than the average bear.
We watched the live action 2010 Yogi freaking bear.
And this didn't suck? ?
I mean, it sucked. It sucked.
I didn't think it sucked.
It sucked enough that it was fun.
Bro, this movie actually went pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
It was bad enough that it was fun. I will give it that.
Dude, it had Dr. Wells from The Flash.
It did, and he said, "Run, Yogi, run."
And it is literal cinema. Anything he's in is literal cinema.
Yeah, cast him in anything, and it's cinema.
Okay, guys, hot take: Yogi Bear is actually a good movie. Not great. but it lands on the better side of the spectrum.
See, Robbie, throw him in any movie.
No, he was in that.
Yes.
No.
Yes, he played the father, if I'm not mistaken.
Guys, he's in The Games Maker.
The Games Maker.
The worst
literally
movie
the
of
birth
all time.
of cinema.
Literally
the birth of
the
cinema.
death of cinema, Micah.
Birth of cinema.
That movie sucks so bad.
It sucks so bad.
It sucks. So
we should do it on the podcast because it's so whack. It's so whack. Like, up there for wackest movies I've ever watched.
It looks like something you would write.
It does look like something I would write when I was younger.
Yeah, like 6-year-old you would write that.
Right?
But anyway, Yogi Bear. It's pretty fun.
It's fun, but it's not good.
TJ Miller, my man.
I gave it 1.5 stars.
Stacking park maps.
Exactly.
I give it 5.
What?
No, I'd probably give it 3 out of
5 out of 20, right?
I'd probably give it a 3.
5 out of 20.
Then what did we watch, Micah?
Then we watched Vroom Vroom.
We watched
the movie.
Vroom v Vroom.
Vroom v Vroom. The dad movie of 2019.
The dad movie of 2019. It really is the dad movie.
Ford v Ferrari, man.
Heck yeah.
Love this movie.
Too much testosterone.
A lot too much testosterone.
I was about to say as two heterosexual males speaking, we like this movie.
But we do also recognize that this is just a lot of testosterone.
The editing
It deserved that.
So good.
It deserved that Oscar for editing, man.
It really did. It's so good.
This is a fun movie.
On rewatch, it's not as good overall as I remember it being.
No, it's not perfect.
This is a rewatch, yeah.
It's long.
And it is
a little too long.
It is a bit long, a bit lengthy.
But on watch, that's the only problem I have with it.
Yeah.
There are other problems with it, but like watching the movie,
it's a fun one. I love it.
I gave it 4.5 stars, which is generous. Realistically, I would probably give it like a 4.
I think I like Cars too much to not like this movie.
Right, like a vroom vroom, cars go fast.
Has anyone figured out why guys like Cars?
Yeah, somebody needs to figure that out.
Well, I mean, like girls like Cars too, but not the same like weird, creepy attachment that guys have to Cars.
Like, I'm sure that there are plenty of girls out there who like Cars the way like some guys do. But for some reason, there's just like with guys, it's just there.
When you see a car, you're like, heck yeah,
the car.
What a machine!
what a machine! This baby
can go 80 miles per hour. The end.
It makes me want to go and race cars, and I've never raced a race car before.
I swear, I'm like I was 3 life decisions away from being a car guy instead of a film guy.
Robbie had Lamborghini posters up in his room.
I really did. I swear. Like I said, a couple life decisions away.
Bad taste in cars, though.
What? Okay, Porsche Carrera S is my favorite car.
Okay, yeah, ugly car.
The Carrera S is such a nice
Corvettes,
car, bro.
Old Corvettes,
I love
ugly.
Old Corvettes.
The one Lamborghini you liked more than the rest is the ugliest Lamborghini out there.
How dare you?
Anyway, we're off track. Next, what did we watch?
I watched Aikiru next.
Aikiru.
So I took the day off and watched like 3. I guess they all are Criterion movies that were on HBO Max.
Speed run your Criterions.
First thing I watched, Aikiru 1952. Such a nice little film. Such a nice little film. Second time I've ever full on cried watching a movie.
Akira Kurosawa.
It's very cute. Well, not cute. Why did I say cute?
I was like, I thought this was the opposite.
It's very personal, is what I'm trying to say. Very personal. And it's really nice. 400 Blows, I respect on a technical filmmaking level, but it was definitely not my cup of tea. Did not like the ending very much.
There's a bunch of French kids going around stealing stuff. Rebelling against the system.
Exactly. And then I watched Buena Vista Social Club, which I went into it almost completely blind, and it was about a where are they from? Yes, Cuban folk musicians. It's about they did one record together, and then they played one more time after that, and they were done. Like they never joined back up again.
They never played music again.
Exactly. And I love that concept. I love that concept.
It's like a De La Cruz.
Because I really love music, for those who don't know. And I don't mind a good Cuban folk song every once in a while.
If I remember, I heard some of the music.
Oh, yeah.
And it's good.
It has some fantastic music in it. It's just a really, really boring documentary. Like, I really like what they were going for, but it's just so boring.
Then what did we watch? Wait. You don't have this masterpiece.
Oh, no.
Then I
walked in on this.
My Dog Skip.
Skip.
Which you should skip if you're ever thinking about watching it.
Skip watching.
I missed like 15 minutes in the beginning, so I didn't give it a rating, but I think I probably would have given it like a 2.5 probably. I really didn't like it, but it wasn't like awful. Like, I hated the kid.
Micah, taking a look at this movie, not even watching it, just looking at the poster in the description, I think you would hate this movie.
I hate this movie. No, I do. No, don't get me wrong. I do. And I hate this kid mainly.
Just the child actor?
Well, the child actor and his character.
Wow.
Like, I don't know, man.
Not good.
Not awful, but not good.
I see.
Then what did we watch, Robbie?
We watched... Heck yes, we did. We watched Hey Arnold, the movie.
Arnold. This was the first bit of Hey Arnold media I have ever consumed.
I had never seen anything Hey Arnold before this.
And that football-headed little kid right there.
And it is
straight masterpiece worthy.
Bro, it was so fun.
This was, it wasn't like amazing by any means, but it was really fun.
I would argue that it's pretty great.
It was really fun. I gave it 3 stars.
I would have given it probably a 3.5.
But yeah, 3.5. It was 3.5, 3 kind of edging because like this was a fun time.
We had never seen Hey Arnold before, and this is a fun time.
It makes me want to go watch Hey Arnold.
Go watch it, guys.
Yeah, go watch it. It's on HBO.
I dare you, do it.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is.
Yeah, HBO.
HBO Max, baby.
Then we watched the movie that my childhood prepared me too much for.
I had been trying to get you to see this for like a month now.
We watched Speed Racer.
Speed Racer, baby.
And
the live action
Speed Racer movie from the directors of The Matrix.
Heck yeah.
And, you know, it went way too hard.
I love this movie.
Dude, the racing in it is phenomenal. I want to watch more racing just from this movie.
The racing is so good.
Like, I didn't even think about it until I opened up the poster and looked at the cars and was like, why am I not watching more racing by this?
I swear, bro. This is an all-time favorite of mine.
So I grew up on Speed Racer, essentially. I read the books. I played the games. I watched a little bit of the show. I didn't watch a lot of the show. But I was very immersed in Speed Racer culture, if you will. So watching this was like a slap of 20 pounds of nostalgia.
Wow.
But it was also pretty well done. It was very stylized, but like I looked at it before and I hadn't watched any scene from it or anything, but like it looked like the CGI of everything, and the awful green screen was going to take me out of it a lot.
It does,
but it only does when like they're casually driving around. That's the only time. Otherwise, you get totally immersed in like the CGI look of it. That I don't even know how to explain it, man. Go watch Speed Racer.
Bro, I swear, this movie, it's way better than it should.
Right? Like, this was actually, like, really good, and I don't know how I feel about it.
The amount of pure serotonin released in my brain in the last race is unmatched, bro.
Like, it's so good. I don't know what to tell you. And they took, like, Speed Racer Racing.
I still almost cry at the end.
Which, if you know Speed Racer Racing is much more difficult to do than average racing. Like, it's
literally
filming
bonkers.
wise. Like, it's off the walls, literally.
Literally. Wow.
And I love what they did with it. I gave it 4.5 stars.
It's like if Ford v Ferrari was good.
No, it's like if Ford v Ferrari was based on a manga.
Exactly. There you go. Oh man. Oh, then we were on a roll.
Then we rewatched the probably masterpiece.
Yes, masterpiece.
There Will Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood.
PTA.
Heck yeah.
wins the day.
Disclaimer for our audience: this is a rated R movie.
Daniel Day.
If you're gonna watch it, go into it knowing it's a rated R movie.
Yeah.
Just as a disclaimer, because we don't usually watch rated R movies that
often. But man, this movie is straight fire.
It really is.
It's so good.
It's so technically.
I will watch this like anytime with you,
bro. We need to do an episode on this.
It's not a qualm that it's too long, but it because it's not too long. It fits perfectly with the length of the story. But like, that's the only difficulty of turning it on, is it is just long.
Yeah, I was about to say there's a physical qualm.
It's a physical qualm, not a movie qualm. The length is perfect in movie, but
it's so good. You guys,
it's long.
I don't know. I'd probably give it a 5.
I gave it 5.
Yeah.
That was a rewatch, or second rewatch. Then we watched Enola Holmes, which you just heard all about.
Exactly. You really did.
And then we watched Lights Out.
It's fine.
Do you notice how that's not even in the
I know.
movie?
I thought... Okay, we're looking at the poster.
Taping the light switches was in the movie, but this light switch here, this creepy light switch without its cover on.
Is it just creepy because it doesn't have the cover?
Yeah, just because it doesn't have its cover. And nobody knows what's in the walls, man. Anything could be back there.
There could be anything back there. It could be a space squid back there.
Exactly. It's not in the movie.
Yeah. It's pretty rough.
This was rough all around, man.
Not great.
I kind of really disliked this.
Maybe we'll do this as a Halloween episode sometime.
Could be fun. Not. I don't really want to watch it again.
Dang. It was like, side note, most disappointing part for me was that the main monster, quote unquote, was very underwhelming.
Very, very, very underwhelming.
But yeah, it's bad.
It's just kind of stupid too. Like, what the heck?
Like, what the heck? You're just like, what the heck, bro?
And like the ending, I hated the ending. It was so stupid.
But yeah,
I gave it 2 stars.
I probably would have given it like 2 or 1.5 or something.
Yeah. Let's just say Enola Holmes and this really went downhill after Speed Racer.
I was about to say went There Will Be Blood, Speed Racer.
No, Speed Racer, There Will Be Blood.
But yeah, we were on a roll, bro.
We were on a roll. We were watching cinema.
And then Enola Holmes wasn't like the death of cinema.
It wasn't the death, but it definitely wasn't the birth.
It wasn't as good as it could have been. But anyway, we already talked about
we talked about that. And then Lights Out was kind of the death of cinema.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for listening through the whole episode if you've made it this far.
Yeah, it's a lot. We know. We're awful.
We finally sold out, and we put ads in our podcast.
We need to make the sweet moolah.
I was about to say, if we start making money off this, maybe we can go start seeing things in like theaters or something. You like seeing newer movies is what I'm saying.
Dang it! I hate my life. The Dune audiobook was taken down again.
Wow.
I'm never gonna get through this thing.
But yeah, thanks for listening. Do we have a quote, Micah? I'm half tempted to just not do the quote for this movie because there's not really good quotes for this movie.
Hold on.
Okay.
You just edit out the rest and just do the ha.
That'd be pretty good.
That's amazing.
Ha.
Okay. That's our quote.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you next week.